This is your Weather Xtreme video for Sunday, April the 30th, the last day of April. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. The weather map features high pressure to our east along with low pressure to our west-northwest, and that is creating a tight pressure gradient just like it did yesterday, so look for another breezy day, and wind advisories are in effect until 10 p.m. tonight. The closed low over the Texas Panhandle is beginning to work its way out to the north and northeast, and as it does, we're going to see a number of watches issued for parts of the lower Mississippi River Valley as well as the southeastern U.S. The watch warning map features a number of flash flood watches, all the green areas, along with severe thunderstorm and a tornado watch. Some of those severe thunderstorm watches are about to expire, and they'll probably expire during this during the preparation of this video. And also the purple and red areas you see kind of behind the system are all winter weather advisories. The tornado watch that is in effect and continues until 9 a.m. this morning encompasses a good portion of the lower Mississippi River Valley. Heavy rain is also an issue. The 5-day forecast suggests on the order of 3 to as much as maybe 6 inches of rain over parts of Alabama and the lower Mississippi River Valley. For the next day or two, the rainfall appears to be in the range of about 2 to 3, maybe 3.5 inches. While flash flood watches are not issued, they may be required, or we may see some flash flooding. Storm Prediction Center has a large area of slight risk marked from the Gulf Coast near New Orleans all the way up across the western two-thirds of the state of Alabama, all of Mississippi, West Tennessee, and up into Illinois, Indiana, and parts of the southern Michigan. That is for day 1 today. For day 2, the slight risk goes up into Pennsylvania and New York. And then for day 3, there is no slight risk area, just thunderstorms as a possibility. All right, let's get to the modeling. And there's the very deep closed low coming out of the Texas Panhandle today. And along with that, we have the surface low over eastern Kansas, with the front sweeping out into the Mississippi River Valley. Looking at an intermediate time, it suggests that the line of storms will be moving through the middle of central Alabama, say the Birmingham area, around 1 a.m. on Monday. Looking a little closer at some of the parameters, we see that at 03Z, and that's about 10 p.m., we do have CAPE values that are well over 500, with the highest ones down in the Gulf, of course. We also have good helicity values, generally in the 3 to 400 range, that is coincident with that. And the model sounding suggests that a tornado may be a possibility. So while the main threat is a squall line with damaging straight line wind, it does look like we could see embedded tornadoes. In addition to that, Storm Prediction Center has noted that, and I agree with their evaluation, and the HRR shows the possibility that as this line moves through, we may get redevelopment behind the line. Now, the atmosphere will have been worked over pretty well. The question is going to be whether the atmosphere can recover, and it's suggesting the possibility that we might see discrete supercells develop in the air mass actually right before the front, but behind the squall line. So we'll have to be watching that, see if that really does happen. Also, the excessive rainfall folks at WPC have issued a slight risk for excessive rain that includes a good portion of Alabama, and as well as a moderate risk over the essentially the lower Mississippi River Valley. We get out to Monday, and that big closed low is up over Wisconsin, and the surface low has moved up to Wisconsin in the Great Lakes area, and the cold front is sweeping out across Georgia. So Monday is going to be a day when we should see very improving conditions during the day. That closed low makes it up into southeastern Canada on Tuesday, so we should be in great shape on Tuesday. We stay pretty good on Wednesday, at least for the first half of Wednesday, but a new storm system is beginning to dig in on the eastern slope of the Rockies, and so that is beginning to create the possibility of a low-pressure system over, eastern and northeastern Texas on Wednesday. That system really dives in and digs in into the lower Mississippi River Valley on Thursday. So Thursday looks like another stormy day with a surface low that's going to move from northeast Texas into middle Tennessee. So severe weather, while not on the books with SPC because of some model uncertainties, they do mention that there's probably going to be a fairly reasonable chance that we'll see some severe weather on Thursday as well. That closed low yesterday meandered somewhat. Today, it is moving steadily across the southeastern U.S. That's Friday, so we stay a bit unsettled on Friday, I think, with rain and clouds and maybe even a shower or thunderstorm or two. That closed low moves over into central North Carolina on Saturday. This is different from what the model predicted yesterday, and this certainly is a cooler pattern. Look for some much colder temperatures with highs maybe struggling to get out of the lower 60s. And, of course, the surface low by this time is in the mid-Atlantic states. And then by Sunday, we're coming back under a ridge, so we should begin to see a fairly quick and rapid warm-up behind this system. Looking out into voodoo country, the GFS is very bullish on the developments of a deep trough over the eastern third of the country or so. We see that the trough begins to develop around the 11th of May, and then by the 13th of May, it's well established over the outer banks of North Carolina and along the coast of North Carolina. And that certainly looks like a very chilly pattern. I don't think freezes, but certainly going to be much colder with maybe lows in the 40s. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Weather Xtreme video. James Spann should be back with the next edition first thing tomorrow morning, although that may be a little bit in question depending on exactly what happens tonight. Stay tuned to the blog for notes and be sure to have more than one way to receive weather warnings. Have a great day, Godspeed, and please be safe.